Ministry of Public Health commissions new health facility in Region 1. 2 fatal hit-and-run accidents over the weekend. Guyana's second crude oil shipment lifted. In the region, Bolsonaro attends rally as Brazil's political scandal heats up. And internationally, cemeteries overflow in Aden as COVID-19 deaths spike in Yemen. Greetings and welcome to another edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. I am George Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us. 2 weeks ago, 30-year-old minibus conductor Rajendranath Prasad and the driver of minibus BWW 4985 were arrested after a passenger posted photos of their overloaded bus on Facebook. Prasad is again in the news, but for an unfortunate reason. He went missing Sunday afternoon after reportedly going for a swim at the Unity foreshore on the East Coast. This morning, friends and family searching for the young man found his body wrapped in a fishing net a short distance away. Prasad of 123 Logwood Enmore, East Coast Demerara was among a group of persons swimming at the location on Sunday. According to reports, a strong current pulled him underwater as he approached a channel. 3 persons who were with Prasad at the time have been detained and are assisting with investigations. On an unrelated note, had he still been alive, Prasad would have faced the magistrate's court today to answer to the overloaded minibus charge. 2 fatal accidents over the weekend claimed the lives of 2 women. Here's Esther Silvers with more.
2 female pedestrians lost their lives over the weekend in 2 separate accidents. On Saturday, 48-year-old Enike Rogers, a mother of 1, was reportedly killed by a drunk driver on the Versailles Public Road, West Bank, Demerara. According to reports, at around 1300 hours, Rogers was standing on the roadway waiting for a minibus when she was struck down by a motor car heading to Perico. Rogers was taken to the Lenora Cottage Hospital and later transferred to the West Demerara Regional Hospital, where she later succumbed to her injuries. A breathalyzer test was done on the driver and he was found 3 times above the legal alcohol limit. The police have yet to release the name of the driver. And on Sunday at 1800 hours, an unidentified pedestrian was struck and killed at the Success Access Road, East Coast, Demerara. According to reports, the victim was struck whilst crossing the road by a motor car bearing the registration number PKK 9991. According to the driver, he was unaware that the woman was on the road at the time. He was arrested and is currently assisting the police with investigations. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Silvers.
Thanks, Esther. The World Bank has approved the disbursement of $1 million to assist Guyana in the fight against COVID-19. The money is intended to directly finance the health sector's response to the pandemic. This includes supporting frontline health workers, sourcing medicine and essential medical equipment, certain non-medical equipment, essential life-saving goods, minor civil works, transportation, communication, and coordination of response efforts. Stick around. Coming up after the break, Guyana's second crude oil shipment lifted, and Ministry of Public Health commissions new health facility in Region 1.
Hurry down to Zasco on 15 North Road between Camp and Wellington Streets. Quality products at low cost for every room in your home. 65 and 55 inches high-stand 4K smart TVs. Samsung French door fridges. Black & Decker appliances, queen and king size Canadian-made mattresses. German-made pressure pots in 5 to 9 liters. 12-piece pot sets, knife sets, cutlery sets and pans, commercial fans. Samsung smart stoves. Canadian-made 3-piece recliner sofa sets. Air fryers and Hamilton Beach hot and cold water dispenser.
For that reliable, prudent and courteous traveling experience, your choice is G3 Cabs, located at 228-229 Aubrey Barker Road and Beverly Close, South Reinfeld Gardens. Travel in comfort and safety with our deluxe fleet of new vehicles and neatly trimmed drivers serving our customers around Georgetown. We deliver cooking gas, small packages, run errands, and provide minor vehicular roadside assistance such as jump starts of vehicles, flat tires, spare wheel assistance, and more. Contact us on 218-4982 or 218-4500. G3 Cabs. You can count on us.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized gear, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness. Or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Rose Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now. Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized gear, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness. Or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Rose Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
Oh gosh, what's this? Me son can't read or spell. Stop! 0 out of 20. Is what I gonna do here?
Hi guys, my name is Ms. Singh and I'm the senior teacher at the Literature After School program. Due to the spread of the coronavirus and the need for social distancing, we have moved our in-class learning activities to online via Skype. On the online site, we will be focusing on spelling, phonics, reading, and the National Grade 6 assessments. For more information, you can inbox us or call us.
Contact us on 675-4379.
I can call them now.
Hidden Treasures, discovering gems in young minds.
Hi Guyana, it's your boy Kimo Paul here. Remind you to stay at least 1 meter away from persons or 3 feet to avoid contracting the flu or the COVID-19. It is also important that we stay at home and to avoid gatherings of more than 5 persons. We must all play our part, so let's protect ourselves and our families from COVID-19. We must all play our part. The Ministry of Public Health cannot do this alone, so let's all come together and fight this virus.
For further information, check our website www.health.gov.gy or visit the ministry's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter page.
Welcome back. On Thursday, the oil tanker Sonangol Namibi lifted Ghana's second million barrels of crude oil. Payment for the crude is expected sometime next week. The first lift took place on February 19th and netted nearly $55 million or 11.4 billion Ghana dollars. Guyana commenced oil production in December of 2019 and pre-sold its first 3 cargoes to Shell Western Supply and Trading Limited. In total, 5 lifts are expected before the end of the year. Good news for the residents of Barima Waiani. Over the weekend, the Ministry of Public Health commissioned a brand new multi-million-dollar health center. Bibi Bacchus tells us more in this report.
Yesterday, the Minister of Public Health, Waldo Lawrence, commissioned the long-awaited Port Kaituma Regional Hospital in Barima Waiani, Region 1. A total of $300 million was invested to have the facility become operational. The $959 million facility is expected to improve the health of the residents of Matarkai Sub-District. During the commissioning, Minister Lawrence stated that We want to eliminate every mitigating factor in quality healthcare. Everyone, everywhere in Guyana must receive the same quality healthcare. Regional Health Officer Dr. Stephen Shifoon outlined that residents will no longer have to travel to Mabaruma or Georgetown to access laboratory services, radiology, treatment for infectious diseases, and rehabilitation services, among others. Since the hospital will cater to a wider range of services, more persons from the region will be trained and employed, creating an economic push for Region 1. The construction of this facility began in 2014. For Headline News Update, Bibi Backus.
Thanks, Bibi. The Ministry of Agriculture's Hydrometeorological Service has issued a flood warning for flood-prone areas over the next few days. According to the Hydromet, rainfall accumulation is expected to range from 15 millimeters to 60 millimeters. On Monday, conditions are expected to deteriorate overnight with scattered showers of moderate intensity continuing into Tuesday morning. The periodic showers are expected to continue throughout the week. The Hydromet's extended forecast predicts that all regions will experience above normal rainfall with some extreme events during the months of May, June, and July. Additionally, above normal high tide is expected next week, with the highest tides expected to reach a height of 3.16 meters on June 5, 2020. Therefore, the CDC is urging residents to take all necessary precautions, and in case of emergency, the Civil Defense Commission can be reached on their 24 hours National Emergency Monitoring System at 623-1700, 600-7500, 226-1114, or on the CDC's official Facebook page. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, Bolsonaro attends rally as Brazil's political scandal heats up, and cemeteries overflow in Aden as COVID-19 deaths spike in Yemen.
Hurry down to Zasco on 15 North Road between Camp and Wellington Streets. Quality products at low cost for every room in your home. 65 and 55 inches Hisense 4K smart TVs. Samsung French door fridges. Black & Decker appliances, queen and king size Canadian-made mattresses. German-made pressure pots in 5 to 9 liters. 12-piece pot sets, knife sets, cutlery sets and pans, commercial fans. Samsung smart stoves. Canadian-made 3-piece recliner sofa sets. Air fryers and Hamilton Beach hot and cold water dispenser.
For that reliable, prudent, and courteous traveling experience, your choice is G3 Cabs, located at 228-229 Aubrey Barker Road and Beverly Close, South Renfrew Gardens. Travel in comfort and safety with our deluxe fleet of new vehicles and neatly trimmed drivers serving our customers around Georgetown. We deliver cooking gas, small packages, run errands, and provide minor vehicular roadside assistance such as jump starts of vehicles, flat tires, spare wheel assistance, and more. Contact us on 218-4982 or 218-4500. G3 Cabs. You can count on us.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized care, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness. Or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
Oh gosh, what's this? Me son can't read or spell. Stop! 0 out of 20. Is what I gonna do here?
guys, my name is Ms. Kurdisik and I'm the senior teacher at the Treasure After School program. Due to the spread of the coronavirus and the need for social distancing, we have moved our in-class learning activities to online via Skype. On the online side, we will be focusing on spelling, phonics, reading, and the National Grade 6 assessments. For more information, you can inbox us or call us.
Contact us on 675-4379.
I can call them now.
Hidden Treasures, discovering gems in young minds.
A face mask only works if it is put on, used, and removed properly. This is a surgical mask. Before putting on a face mask, you must wash your hands properly with adequate soap and water for at least 20 seconds, or use a hand sanitizer with 60% or more alcohol. Before putting on your face mask, you should also check your mask for holes and tears. And remember to identify the top of the mask. The top of the mask has a metal strip. Put the mask on by holding the two elastic loops. Place one loop on one ear at a time. Pull the bottom of the mask to cover your mouth and chin. Place the mask over your nose. Pinch the stiff edge of the mask to the shape of your nose. Remember, do not pull down your mask while in use. Do not touch your mask while in use. If you do, please wash your hands immediately. To remove the face mask, hold the elastic loops from the back of your ear, pull them apart, do not snap, and pull it downwards. Then place in a bin with cover. Do not forget that as soon as you take off that face mask, you need to wash your hands immediately. Also, replace your mask once damp.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at news in the region and around the world. Brazil is struggling to limit the spread of the coronavirus, and US President Donald Trump has just announced a ban on travelers from Brazil as cases in the country rose to the world's second highest number. Al Jazeera's Alessandro Rampietti reports.
A defiant Jair Bolsonaro took once again to the streets of Brasilia to greet his supporters in disregard of isolation measures.
We are in Brasilia now to join a spontaneous demonstration of the people. For democracy, for freedom. The people who really want Brazil to move forward. Freedom above all else.
Ignoring growing calls for impeachment and accusations of interfering in police investigations to protect his sons, he took off his face mask to hug and kiss supporters. The weekend anti-lockdown rallies have become a custom of Bolsonaro's hardcore backers, even as the number of coronavirus cases and deaths has spiraled out of control. Brazil is now the second most affected country in the world, second only to the US. A video of a recent cabinet meeting released by the country's Supreme Court has shocked many Brazilians, as Bolsonaro and his ministers called for the jailing of mayors and governors who imposed lockdowns in the country against the president's will, and seemed uninterested in the surge of the pandemic. Now, in another blow to Bolsonaro, his ally, US President Donald Trump, announced a ban for travelers from Brazil.
Brazil, it's a really polarized country in this exact moment. And President Jair Bolsonaro likes to explain for everyone that he has a kind of special relationship with President Trump. So any kind of measure made by U.S. government in terms of a travel ban can be a problem in terms of the narrative of Jair Bolsonaro. But specifically, we have a huge a lot of emotion in the political debate here, and probably President Bolsonaro will maintain a kind of a negative narrative about the coronavirus crisis here.
As the number of infections keeps rising, health services are increasingly under strain across the country, with some doctors asking to take politics out of the response to the pandemic.
We have to let the people that are supposed to make the decisions make the right decisions for us to cope with this disease, with the spreading of the disease. I think it should not be a political issue. It should not be a government issue. Just the Ministry of Health issue.
But this perfect storm of a health crisis coupled with an increasingly bitter political fight appears to leave little hope for improvement as the virus keeps hitting with lethal force. Alessandro Ampietti, Al Jazeera.
And internationally, cemeteries are overflowing in the Yemeni city of Aden after a spike in coronavirus cases. The United Nations has announced that Yemen's health system has effectively collapsed after years of war and the burden of the pandemic. Al Jazeera's Charlotte Bellis reports.
These freshly dug graves hint at the scale of the coronavirus outbreak in Yemen's largest southern city of Aden. Yemen's health ministry says the disease has killed 39 people here. The number of graves suggests that number is much higher.
It's strange. This has never happened before at the cemetery in all the years past, to have these numbers of the dead.
Yemen's health minister announced the first virus death on April the 29th. 2 weeks later, that grew to 13. But Charity Save the Children disputed the death toll. They recorded nearly 400 patients who died of coronavirus-like symptoms in just a week. Nobody knows the true numbers because Yemen is only testing 31 people per million.
What is very, very worrying is that we have a lot of people that arrive almost dead or already dead. And so the mortality in our hospital is very, very high.
The UN announced last week that Yemen's health system had effectively collapsed. It was already on life support after 5 years of civil war, and calls to stop fighting amid the pandemic were ignored.
The residents in the south of Yemen and all over the country, honestly, have been following the COVID-19 crisis emerging all over the world and rightly concerned because the aid agencies, the government agencies have really not done much to protect them.
Doctors Without Borders runs the only dedicated COVID-19 centre in southern Yemen, but even it is turning away the sick. They don't have enough oxygen or personal protective equipment. It suspects 40 of its staff are also infected, but there's no tests to check.
We are overwhelmed. We were obliged to refuse patients because we didn't have enough oxygen and medical staff to be able to treat the patient. So it's very heartbreaking.
The organisation believes that in Aden, about 70 people are dying of coronavirus in their homes every day.
A lot of people have brought their dead to us from the pandemic, the rains and the disease. And from this scourge that has come to us, we don't even know what it is and why it's killed so many.
These men try to pray in peace. It's impossible with the cemetery so busy. They're digging 5 times as many graves as normal. Even children help. While Yemen's government has not reported the true scale of coronavirus, it's obvious for those on the ground. Charlotte Bellis, Al Jazeera.
That's all for today's regional and international news. Here is your 3-day weather forecast. that's it for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. Tune in Wednesday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Also, visit our website at headlinenewsghana.com for all the news we couldn't fit in the newscast. Until then, take care.